Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing good and safe. Let me welcome to our YouTube channel Umang Solutions. In this channel, you will be finding video lectures and tutorials on Android app development, Python programming, web development, and mobile app development too. So, if you want to learn these technologies, so please stay tuned and subscribe to our channel. So, without wasting much time, we'll be doing our session today. So, in previous videos, we learned about condition statements, right? So, in today's video, we'll be learning about the loops. What are the importance of loops, types of loops, etc. So, are you excited? I hope you are excited and you are willing to learn. So, let's move further. So let me explain you about what is the use of for loop and what are the use of loops. Okay, so loops are nothing but, for example, in real time, uh, you went to a market and no, it's not like that. For example, if your mother is saying to clean the room, what she will say, do this time. Every time she'll say that do, right? So what we are going to do, we'll do only one time, remaining times we'll leave it. So it's also the, it is like we'll be creating a small thing, small loop which iterates itself. Okay, for example, if your mother asks 10 times to do, what is the work, the same work will be there, but you will be repeating it 10 times. So instead of repeating it 10 times, if you do it 10 times, you'll be wasting much time. So what will we do, we'll spare only 10 times, 10 minutes, and you'll be iterating through that. So it will be very easy for you. It's like iterating the process. Okay, for example, if you are doing a project, what you will be getting, you will be getting a abstract documentation, everything you will do. When your junior gets the same mini project, what he asks, what he says, uh, brother or sister, I need this mini project, can you give me? So you spared 20 minutes for doing all the mini project, but he spared only 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, his process was completed, and again another junior. Like that, one chain will be formed, and these many times time will be reduced. Okay, loops is also of a same concept, and there are some types of loops like for loop, while loop, and do while loop. Okay, do while loop is not that much used and it is negligible in this. So we'll be learning about the for loop and while loop. Okay, for loop is nothing but, you are going to a market, you want to eat Maggie, right? What you will go? You will go and buy some Maggie packets. If you want to eat five Maggie packets, 5 times in a week, you'll buy only five Maggie packets. But only five Maggie packets, right? So this comes under for loop. This comes under the condition of for loop. While looking at while, for example, you are going the same example, you'll be going in this lockdown time, what you'll do, you don't know when you are needed and when you are hungry to eat the Maggie. What you'll do, you'll get bunch of Maggie packets and you'll keep it in home. So you don't know the exact value of that, but you will getting this huge amount. So the same thing is like while loop. So with these conditions or with examples, I'll be showing you so that you are more clear than before. Yeah, I hope the screen is visible, right? So, okay. First of all, I created one new file by going this. By clicking this, you will be getting something and you will be creating for loop. Some file name. I kept it as a forloop.py. And in Visual Studio, py is the extension. For example, if you are doing in any collab nodes or some other, you will be getting ipn by. Sorry, you will be getting ipb, ipnb, ipython notebook. Okay. So, what is the syntax for loop? For iterating variable in sequence and statements. Don't worry and don't be scared about these things. You'll be knowing this. See. Here I declared one string variable as I said earlier. What is that string? This string is my Python. Okay. For I in string. What is I? Variable. I is a variable. You can define anything. It may be I, it may be J, it may be your hometown name, anything you can declare here. Okay, this is your variable. You can define anything. It's like, for example, you can keep your name also. For example, I want to keep Uma. You can keep anything. Okay, what is a variable? We can keep anything. It is a not a predefined. In string, in is like what it does means this is the variable name string. In string, what it is stored? Python is stored, right? So what it does means, for I in Python, I mean in machine language, maybe it can be converted into zeros and ones. It is leave about that, and I am saying the concept of this. What it does means, for I in Python means what it does. It checks every character. Okay. Now what you are doing? You are printing the I. Now you will get what? You will be getting all the characters which is present in string. Okay. So I will be executing this so that okay. Python for loop dot py. See, my Python string is printed single line. I mean only one character is kept here. So what is meant by this one character? I variable takes only one character given by the string. For example, if you are giving 10, see what is 10? 10 is an integer variable. Okay. Here if we take 10, it doesn't mean anything. Like, for example, if you are taking Python, okay, I have some list of values so that I can take one by one. But in if you are giving 10, how can it treat as a list of values? It can't treat. So this Python is giving an error that we can't do like that. Int object is not iterable. We cannot iterate. Okay. Next, to print the table of a given number. For example, I need fifth table. What you will do? Okay, this is just right. I need fifth table and not fifth table. I need 5 tens 50. I want to print. I have declared n is equal to 5 and I is equal to 10. For I in, we'll check what it happens. Okay. For I, okay. For I in I, C is equal to n into I. N means what? It is 5. I means it should be 10. Okay. See, I am also getting same error because we cannot iterate these values. Okay. If you are giving any other, like if you have list, tuple, so we can do that. We will be learning about the list and tuple further. Fine, I hope you guys understood about this. Okay, now see, to print the sequence number, for example in your college you will be getting attendance. In attendance, what they will do? Roll number 1, roll number 2, roll number 3, up to so on. I mean, up to the numbers present. So the same thing is doing here. Range gives from starting number to ending number. In our college, what is the starting number? Roll number 1. What is the ending number? Based on your class. So I want up to 10 numbers. Okay. If we don't give any starting number, Python will defaultly take the number as 0. Then what it does means it prints 0, 1, 2 up to so up to 10 numbers. Yeah, I gave only 10, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It excludes this 10 value. So we will be printing only 0 to 9. And what this end does, end gives to keep it in a horizontal way. Execute. See. Before I got Python in new line. One character, new line. But now I am getting only with some space I am getting because of end is equal to space. For example, if I keep here plus, see I am getting that plus value. Okay, fine. So that is known as range. What range does? From 0 to that number, though in between the numbers will be printed. Okay. For printing the pyramid of numbers, I need to print some pyramid of numbers. What I want to do? Int of input of enter rows. I am asking how many rows you want. I want 5 rows. For I in range, okay, 0, comma, rows. What is the value of rows? It is 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. From 0 to 6, it should iterate. This is known as nesting of loop. In one loop, another loop is there. So this is known as nesting of loop. What it does means, first of all, it takes the values of I and then it keeps. Until the j value condition is false, it repeats the j value. If j value loop is false, it comes out of that and goes to I again. Okay. So that is known as nesting of loops. For j in range. Okay. Because of some issue it got an error. Okay, we'll rectify it. Next, see this one also I explained, and this is for else. Until number 5 it will be giving the values of 5. If you are giving more than 5, it tells that this is else block. For example, in your school you have only 20 members. Until 20 members, people will present. I mean, people will say that I am. Their name will be displayed. After 20 numbers, if for example, if teacher asks about 22, no, 22 is not our roll number. Not our. We are not having any number in our class. So this is the same. Until this satisfies, this value will be printed and then else block will be printed. Okay, I hope you understood about for loop. And now coming to while loop. This is the syntax for while loop. While expression condition. Expression could be anything. Like for example, you need only 5 Maggi packets. You will be giving I is equal to 5. Okay, that is based on your basics and those things. So first of all, we'll do this. See, here I am storing the value 1 in variable I, while 1 less than or equal to 10. This is true or not? 1 is less than or equal to 10, right? So this comes to this block. Print of I. Print of I means what here? 1. So 1 will be printed and then I is equal to I plus 1. What is the value of I now? I is equal to 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. This 2 is stored in I. So now I value incremented and I value becomes 2. So here again it checks the condition. While 2 less than or equal to 10. True or false? It is true. So it again goes inside the block and print the value of 2 and I value will be incremented. Up to so on. Up to which number? I value becomes 10. If I value becomes 10, 10 less than or equal to 10, this is true. This will be printed and I value becomes 11. 11 less than or equal to 10. It's false. So it comes out of the station. I mean out of the block. Okay. And infinite loop. For example, see we have one data type called boolean. It is like yes or no type, right? Here true represents 1, false represents 0. Until it is true, this statement will be printed. Every time it will be true only, because we are not passing any expression. So this is known as an infinite loop. Okay, it repeats until it is false, but we cannot say at what time it will be false. While with else, see, for example, if we take in this example, 11 is there. When we get the I value as 11, you will not be printed anything and you are just coming out of the loop. But if you need any confirmation, for example, if you have 100 lines of code, you need some information, right? Like you got out of the block, something. So we will be writing else statement here. Else print the statement. Then you will be notified about that. Okay. So these are the loop statements, what we want to look like for loop, while loop. And now some other statements are there which are used in for loop and while loop. Those are known as break, continue and pass. Okay. So let's start about break. Syntax of break is just break only. It doesn't have anything. For example, it is saying that I already said no, for I in Python, because the value of string is Python. If I value reaches this O character, first I value what it does, I will be assigned to P, and then it comes and again I value will be Y, I value will be T, I value will be H, and I value will be O. When the I value becomes O, it comes out of the loop. It doesn't see about n and some other. Even there are some other variables or some other values in that, it will not check. It directly comes out of the loop and print the value of I. Okay, you will be printing this. This is what, see, pyth only. When I value becomes O, it comes directly out of the loop and rest of the elements will be neglected. That is known as break. We used this break in for loop. Now we are using the break in while loop. While what it does the same thing, but the thing is like while contains only it can be any number. For loop contains specific condition or specific number. The same using while loop. Okay, now continue. What is meant by continue? For example, in your college, you are having 48 members. For example, roll number 20 is absent. What the teacher does? Teacher asks about 20. If 20 is absent, she will go to next statement. She will not stop the entire attendance, right? She will go to next statement. That is next attendance number. So the same continue does. Here I am asking that if I value equal to 3, then continue. Except that 3 value, remaining values will be printed. Okay. For example, if I value double equal to roll number 20, except that roll number 20, remaining all will get attendance. Okay, that will not be printed. If you want, we'll check here. See, Python. Okay, it was a bit confusing, so I will remove this one also. See, at first I value is 0 and 0 is less than 6. It's true. And now it comes to this statement. What this statement does? I is equal to I plus 1. Okay. Then what it is? I is equal to 1. If I double equal to 3. No, my I value is 1. It is not 3, right? So 1 will be printed. I will be getting 1. See, I will get 1. and again what it does, again comes there, and I value will be incremented directly. Now I value becomes 1, 1 less than 6, condition is true. Now I value becomes 1 plus 1 2, it is not equal to 3, so it does not do anything, and 2 will be printed and I value is incremented. So now I value becomes 2, 2 less than 6, and I value is equal to 2 plus 1 3. See, the value of I is 3. I am saying that if I value double equal to 3, continue. What continue does? It will remove that value and remaining other values which satisfies this condition will be printed. Okay. Now again I value becomes 4. 4 less than 6. Same thing applies here and it prints 4. Again 5 up to so on 6. 6 less than 6, it's false. So comes out of the loop directly. That is known as continue. Now past statement. Past statement is like, for example, in our colleges, faculty ask some questions like, tell me about yourself. What you will be saying? You don't want to tell, or you don't know some question. You will be just standing and you will ask other person to tell, because you don't know anything to write or anything to explain. So the same thing, for example, if you don't know what code you want to write in the loop or condition or anything, you will be giving just statement called pass. Okay, for example, in songs competition, if all are participating, if you don't know that song, what you will be doing, you will be giving a chance to other person. I don't know this one, so please you can do it. I mean, you start with another thing. The same thing is here. N value is 10, range of n means what? 10. For 0 to 10, it is doing pass means it doesn't do any work, it just be like that, that's it. Okay, so guys, I hope you understood the point, what I want to declare, what I want to expound. So this is the session for today's, and we'll be meeting you next in the next video, guys. Until then, stay tuned.